This is Robert and Candice. We are at the end of the school year, considering what to do next year for our 13-year-old
Going into 8th grade.
going into 8th grade. And we have a freshman in college who just came home a few days ago, and we're trying to figure out expectations now. And
There's a lot of parenting.
a lot of parenting stuff. Yes.
Living with other stuff.
Right. Right. So, a lot of things to consider. Practical parenting stuff. So,
And I had a lot of emotions regarding expectations and structure, the need for freedom, coupled with the need for the responsibility. And I've been feeling I should do this, I have to do this stuff all day, all weekend.
Well, yeah, because yesterday we had a bunch of stuff to do, and we got all our stuff done. And the idea was today we would rest. And
yeah. And I had a hard time.
Yeah, had a hard time.
Because there's always something to do.
Yes. And I had a hard time not judging that. So, that's where we're at.
We see the conundrum of the three-dimensional human quite clearly in your lives today.
Good.
Hello.
Hi.
So, there is enough wisdom between the two of you that you have the expectations of what you think that wisdom would lead you into knowing, doing, or becoming.
Yes.
And it is within your expectations of what you have learned in the past, the wisdom that you have had from parenting many children, and trying to apply that wisdom and to the one that you have left to parent and in the one that came back to maybe not be parented so much.
Okay.
So, what is really your question?
So, yes, the parenting details we had to figure out. I understand that. But the idea of resting, we've talked about this before. I think both of us, on some levels, have trouble resting. Maybe I have more trouble at night. She has more trouble during the day. But in any case, I think we could both use some help in that area.
So what does it mean to rest for you? What is that concept? For it is only a concept of the body and time realities that you are living within the third dimension. Other enlightened beings and civilizations don't necessarily need as much time as you would say to sleep. Do you think that rest equals sleep? What do you mean by rest?
So, I think sleep is a fundamental part of it, at least in this dimension. But I think in our waking hours, resting can be doing something enjoyable, doing something without pressure.
Let us talk about what you had just said on doing something enjoyable. For there are several different kinds of rest that we see that the humans do. Some of them by resting is what you call the vegetative state, where you lay in front of a screen or something else and just do nothing, as in the essence of you're letting your mind do the thing that you call as doing nothing. So even if the mind is scanning and always scanning the TV or always scanning the screen, you within your body of your consciousness feels like it's doing no thing, but your mind is still doing a thing, and that is scanning data points and scanning for information. Is that what you call rest? Or do you think that rest is something different? That rest within the body's ability to absorb the higher frequencies. For didn't you meditate today, not?
Yes.
So within the meditation that you did today, and you allow the frequencies to swirl around you and come and surround you with the lighted field, and you think that you're doing nothing, you think that you are resting. But within that meditation, your light body is what is working. When the mind is the quiet one, and the mind is not doing the thing, scanning for information and scanning for data points, then your higher consciousness can be the one that does the thing. And that thing is integrating and trying to capture the essence of the light codes that you were meditating for and meditating in. Do you call that rest? If you do call that rest and thinking that was restful, then rest must be something that your super consciousness and your light body does the thing and not for your mind to do the thing.
Yes, because you said you guys don't need much rest, so yes, I would call that rest for me.
So when you wake up in the middle of the night and you feel like you need more sleep or more rest, what is it then that you think you're needing? Who is doing the thing? It is a question that we ask you when you're trying to find the nuances in the language of what is rest for a 3 approaching 4 and 5th dimensional humans. You have to rethink that the pattern is, when I do this, this is resting for me and I must rest. Or when I meditate, doing something else. Or when I exercise, that is rest. Does it really matter what you call rest? The idea that we want you to think about is how to structure, if you wish to use, she does, this word structure, how to structure the utmost, to squeeze the juice of the orange in such a way that what comes from the rest, from the orange itself, is the lighted light field of your ascension. So whether you consider that the movement, what is your mind doing when you're moving and you're doing your stretches? Is your mind scanning for data points?
Nope.
If it is, then that is not rest. If it's not, then what is your light body? What are you doing when you are in the movement of what you might find rest?
So there's a calm, not all the time, but it often can be calming to do exercise and stretching for me. Yes.
And so within the calm that you find the mind, and the mind is not scanning for data points, and the mind is not labeling things, and the mind is not trying to compartmentalize things, it is still. And when the mind becomes still, then the body can catch up to, the body we refer to the DNA strands that are there, that are moving around. So when the body catches up to your higher consciousness, when the mind is at rest, the body can catch up to that where you go, where your light body is at. or your Merkaba that is around you and expanding into you. We would like the humans to understand that when you still the mind and expand your light body out and you feel to where the edges of your Merkaba are at within the higher dimensional realms, that is rest.
Okay, so when I wake up in the middle of the night and I journal, my mind is very active. But when I meditate, I can calm. So it sounds like for me to find more rest in the middle of the night, I should focus on meditation and not journaling.
That would be helpful for you if for some of the waking hours of the night, you feel like you need to calm the mind. There are some that find the waking hours of the night inspirational, and they must write down the light language that they are doing to write the light, and that is part of the channeling. But if you're there just writing the nonsense that the mind replays and the data that the mind has scanned from the day before, that is not rest.
Right. I do have a concept, though, that sometimes if I have something running through my head and I write it down, I can put it to rest and then go back to bed.
If that is helpful.
Yeah, if that is okay. All right.
Be wary of the mind that wants to go back into the past, the day before, the weeks before, that wants to make sure that it gets all of the data points that it needs to inform the future. That is what the mind has done in this 3D. This 3D-ness is that it reaches back sometimes into the past to scan for the data points and all the information that it thought it may have missed, and even if it didn't miss it, it wants to make sure that it got it right. And in that catalog that it creates, it uses the information to inform and create your future. And what you are experiencing now is there is no future in essence, for you are building it and you are creating it from your awareness of the vibration of going into the fifth dimension. You have not been there before. So within the mind construct, it tries to say, well, I have been here before. Is that going to be the same? And then it puts that information in a data point onto your future like a stamp on a letter. And that is not the workings of a fifth dimensional mind. It's trying to do what it used to do because that is what it knows. And so you must, in essence, retrain the mind by allowing it to stop and let go and rewire the circuitry into a mode of inner following.
Okay. There's one aspect of that I want to touch on, though, because we've had some really awesome things happen. Like recently I've seen like visions in my beloved's eyes when staring at her. I don't have these things recorded, and so sometimes I want to write them down to remind myself of the importance and even think through it again and enjoy it because I like it. Would that still qualify as just what you described, rehashing things?
We laugh at your word qualify. What a human word that is, to qualify or quantify something as a previous experience. There is no need for qualification in the fifth dimensional realm.
Okay.
So the experiences that you had, the visions that you see that respond and triggered by the eye staring that you do with her, those are real visions that you experience. There is no qualification needed to experience the higher dimensional realms of the vibrations that you feel. Why do you think when she stares back at you, she sees your lighted aura of the Merkaba expanding infinite ways? You did not study to do that.
No?
No. That is just what you became when you allowed the mind not to put the stamps and check the boxes of the data that it once had. If you have never had that vision before, the mind does not understand what it wants to do with it, so will instantly snap up the vision and try to qualify it and quantify it in a pocket in the brain that it might find familiar. Some that might be, a movie they watched, or something they've read, or something they've heard from somebody say that is what the vision is like.
Mm-hmm.
And your mind does this because that's how it was trained. So there's this essence of turning the mind to do something different. Allowing the mind to join within the heart space and let the heart join within the mind. For when the mind and the heart have merged, the mind then begins to be the one that pushes the buttons for the mind to do certain things that the heart tells it to do. And then the heart also begins to unfold all of the data points, delete what needed to be deleted, and to allow the incoming information that you do not know about yet, to enable the heart to get that information first and tell the mind what it is to do with that information. Not to allow the new lighted information to go straight to the mind. The mind will just do on autopilot what it does, quantify and qualify, and put it in a box, in an envelope, and put a stamp on it to save it for a file for a later day. You have to let the new lighted information, like your vision, go into the heart space first. And let your heart read the lighted codes of that vision and feel what it means for you. And once you have the essence of the feeling, maybe it might be to love more, maybe it might be to have courage, maybe you feel within the vision the vibration of courage or the vibration of trust. And then your heart can say, mind, here is the vibration of courage for you. Ponder what courage, so you can recognize it when you need it. Your mind cannot sympathize that first. Has to be through the heart.
Right. I think I've noticed that before. If I see a vision and I try and conceptualize it and think about it before I feel it, then it kind of dissipates. I don't get the message. I don't get the value from it.
The value you get from something is what you assign it to be. And it is the mind that wants to assign value or valueless to things. Okay. The heart sees all things equally without judgment.
Okay.
Isn't this exciting? We like the deep thoughts and the conversation because it raises the vibration of you both and all who listen to it who can relate. And so we are happy that she decided to sit down.
Me too.
And you decided to be here to allow the energies to flow.
Yes. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Is there anything else that you would like to share with us tonight?
These are all important teachings, information as you step into the field of the unknown. You too, and so many, are stepping into the field of the unknown.
Mm-hmm.
And it is your lighted heart field that will allow the lighted path to go before you, to walk to where it might not be so scary, to where you might have the most beneficial outcome for the times that are approaching. Let the heart lead. And it will be okay. Including for what you want to do for Willem and your older son who went home. That is the thing that gets you two so strung up on. And she was trying to get you in your mind, was she not? When she asked you, well, what do you think a day of homeschool would be like
Right.
for your son? Because that is a place that is familiar to both of you.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to pull from the past experience as a teacher into the future. For that is what the mind does. And there is no judgment from the heart for that. But to move forward, must drop into the heart and let the lighted field of the heart energy go before you to decide what to do. Yes, there's timelines, she is saying. Okay.
Right.
But you must understand that there is no time. And all is well when the heart leads the path. And you've got strong hearts and strong will. Sometimes too strong.
Right. Thank you.
Indeed. There is much love for your magnificent light. Is the brightest we have seen it. Even on the days that it doesn't feel so bright. It is always there with its quotient of light flowing to it. And that is what we see, is your magnificent love light field.
Thank you.
Indeed.
Thoughts? Feelings?
Okay.
Anything you want to say?
No, I have a lot of energy rotating in my field right now.
Okay.
And I have this feeling I don't like his answers.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. But we'll talk about it some more. We'll figure it out. Okay. Hopefully that helps some other people too.